I want to talk about the Panasonic HC-VX11 sea spray or moisture. I'm sure quite a few things can go wrong with this lens cover, and that is, I showed in an earlier video that the lens cover, I fixed it, it wouldn't open. I fixed it because I'm a tech geek, but really I should have left it stuck, you know. It's an absolutely horrible design. We're in 2018 and this is the worst lens cover in the history of cameras, and I'm going to show you. It's taken me 3 days to fix because you have to clean out the sea spray, which is a kind of saline salty solution, and I'm going to show you how you have to get in to all, right, you see this is the whole mechanism area, and it doesn't cover. I thought it was when it was open. I thought the moisture, of course not, of course it wasn't when it was open. It was when I was closing the camera between filming. There was no rain and there was no real moisture in the air other than the driving hurricane storm winds that was of course blowing the sand around. The sand in itself, quite grainy, was not the issue. It was that very fine saline solution from the spray from the sea. And what I realised is that I couldn't see it when it was stuck. It was stuck open in the end, and I was trying to clean in here, which I did pretty well, but it still didn't help. And so this whole mechanism here, this is where it ends up getting stuck once the sea spray or moisture is on this. And of course when I realised later I had to get it open using a way to kind of lever it out, because of course what happened was it got stuck. The sea spray got all over this horrible cover. I'll talk about that later, this lens cover. And it got in sort of to here, and because this is a kind of, I'll try and show you, you see this is a little funny. These are 4 elements. Yeah, you see? These are 4 elements. And when you have a sea spray issue or some kind of moisture getting in there, and I'm not talking about rain, humidity, whatever, wherever you're filming, these 4 layers, in my case, these layers got covered in sea spray, saline, sticky, very fine salty sea spray. And then I was using the camera, and of course then it was here, it was getting stuck because the sea spray was, the mechanism wouldn't function because it was all over here, and what happened was it was taking it into the camera. It was taking that very fine saline solution. Now cleaning it is a bitch because you try and get, look at this, you see, I mean this is ridiculous. This is 2018, guys. Who designed this? Who designed this? Someone who doesn't use a camera? I mean, I'm sorry, right, I better calm down. But this is rubbish. Look at it, right? Really, I shouldn't have fixed it, but I just had to, because I'm just like, I just had to, it's a challenge. I mean, I was awake at 6 o'clock. I've been trying to clean out that saline for basically, yeah, probably 6 days. And so what happened was I wasn't getting it. And then in the end it was stuck and it wouldn't open. Or it was opening like this. I was wanting to film and it was opening like this. Right? Really fantastic, huh? For a HC-VX Panasonic, right? We're talking Panasonic. For a cover, you're calling this a lens cover. If I blow in here with it closed, I get moisture on the lens. If I blow, I was trying to blow out the sand open and it was all covered. So this doesn't do anything. This is not, you see? Oh God, I've got to do this. Sorry guys. I'm watching the camera. And sorry, I'll do that again. Please have patience. Look. Lens protective cover. Look, watch. I can flip it with an artist's paintbrush. So yeah, I mean, okay, you can see it functions and it's like new. And part of me is thinking it's better not to open and close, but it does work again. But it only works because I worked for 6 days to find unique ways to remove that saline solution that got all over this protective cover. It's not protective, it's not. I'll show you the old model. Where's my HC-VX11? A cheaper camera, much older model, HC-VX11. This actually has I've never had problems with these. This is also in the W858 and the other models that I have. I think it's a single mechanism. Well, it's a shell, but okay, this also flips. But nevertheless, it doesn't flip with a brush, right? You see? Well, it does a little bit, but I've got to get it in there. But that is your earlier mechanism. It's actually not as cheap and wackily, and this is a cheaper camera. Okay. So this is just an absolutely terrible, I mean, whoever designed this probably doesn't use cameras, or if they do, then they probably wouldn't be using this one. It's a terrible design. And what you have to do is absolutely, if you do kind of adventure stuff or really serious work, you've got to get a UV filter on there to stop if you're in a storm. If you're in a storm at the sea or some kind of moisture or light rain or something, you've got to get that UV filter in the front, otherwise you'll have the problems I had. So there it is.